Can anybody tell me what this is? What is that?
A potato.
It's a potato, isn't it? Do you have a potato tree in your backyard where you can go and pick potatoes off the tree? If you do, I'd like to see it because that would really be something different. Potatoes don't grow on trees, do they? Where do potatoes grow? Do they grow in the ground? They do, don't they? They have you plant potatoes and then this green stem comes up. But to get the potatoes, you got to take like a hoe or a shovel and you got to dig down sometimes this deep. And you go down in your garden and you find these potatoes. I remember when I was about your age, I would help my grandparents and my parents dig potatoes out in the garden. And they would tell me to be real careful because you don't want to cut the potatoes. You want to take them up kind of gently, right? But it'd be fun. You go out there in that dirt, and well, at least it was fun for about 5 minutes. And you dig down there underneath the potato plant, and lo and behold, you come up with something like this. And sometimes they were real big, and sometimes they were a little bit smaller, right? Potatoes are good. This happens to be a sweet potato. So they're pretty good, aren't they? Especially potato chips, don't you think? Yeah, but they're not that good for you, are they? No, real potatoes better. Potatoes feed a lot of the world. I think potatoes feed probably more people than maybe any other kind of fruit, any other kind of food. So they're very important. But the reason I brought this today to show you is because this potato has to grow down deep in the ground where its root system gets all the nourishment and everything, and it grows underground, right? Jesus in our gospel lesson today talks about a guy who took some seed and he threw his seed out planting it. And some of the seed fell in places where it didn't grow too well. Maybe the soil was too hard or there were weeds and thorns and stuff, you know. It didn't do too well. But some of the some of the seeds fell on good soil, good ground. And they grew and they were able to take deep roots, and the plants, whatever he planted, really grew well, and there was a big crop, you know. And that was good, right? We're kind of like that. God tells us about himself through the Bible. You hear it about it in Sunday school. You hear about it in children's church. And sometimes if you're unfortunate enough to be in here for a sermon, you might hear it through that, you know. So it's important for us to be like good soil. We want God's Word to sink deep within inside of us so it grows and it gets bigger. And as we get older, our faith matures and we understand more what it means to be a Christian and to be a follower of Jesus, right? So the next time you see a big potato like this, you remember it's important to let God's Word grow within inside of us. Okay? Can you remember that?